Now we're on to target 14B. We're compounding money, but now we have different intervals throughout the year. It's not just compounded once a year. It's compounded at the end of each quarter, each month, or every day. So here's the trick to this. Sarah was going to deposit $5,000 in the bank. She was going to keep it untouched until she graduates in 2 years. She didn't know how much or how the bank was going to compound her money, but the sign said 4% APR. That 4% is your annual percentage rate. It's going to be cut up into chunks, whether it's quarterly, monthly, or daily. And we're going to talk about how that's going to grow if it's compounded in those different ways. The key to this strategy is the formula. I, which stands for your investment, equals the principal, which is the money you put in the bank, times 1 plus the rate as a decimal divided by the number of compounds to the n times t power. Now, when you type these in your calculator, you want to put both of those in parentheses. That's a pretty important step. Sometimes people miss that. The equation basically looks like this. If you want to know what all those things stand for, you could pause the video and write those down. But we are going to move forward. The equation then would be for the first one, it's a $5,000 investment, and then that's my money in the bank, times 1 plus my rate as a decimal is 4%, so that's 0.04. That's just my rate, 0.04, times the number of compounds. Quarterly is 4 times a year. Monthly is 12 times a year. Daily is 365 times a year. So divided by 0.4, or 0.04 divided by 4, and then up in the exponent, 4 quarters for 2 years, and that's going to get compounded 8 times. Type it in your calculator. You want to make sure you manage your parentheses. So if we're going to look at this closely, we've got a lot to type in. So it'd be 5,000 times 1 plus another parentheses, 0.04 divided by 4, 2 parentheses to close it out, to the power of parentheses 4 times 2, and that's what it is. The answer is 541428 with correct rounding, and that's the correct amount of money if it's compounded quarterly. Next, if we're going to compound this monthly, all that's going to change is we're going to have a 12 down there. So if we put the 12 down there, it'd be 5,000, 1 plus, and then 0.04 is still our rate, divided by 12, and to the 12 times 2 power, we'll be able to calculate it there. So that you can see the answers, here is what they are. This is what we're looking for here on this, and now you've got what they should be. And you can check your work to see if you're calculating these in the right way.